mother was, having, like you said, in a relationship that was, it seemed like it was a damaged relationship. It wasn't healthy.
It was alcohol. There's a lot of just drinking, and it's like that's all they did is go to work, come back, and then just chill, kick back, and drink. Go to work, come back. I seen that. So I it's like, I mean, maybe all that shit that I seen, it kind of in a sense, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do the opposite of that shit, because that's all I seen there, like, okay, wake up, go to work, come back, and then drink, and then as men back then, they serve me, I did my duties, I'm the breadwinner, now I just get to relax, give me the remote, let me watch baseball or whatever the fuck it is, and treat me like a king, and what fucking, eventually fucking the girls are gonna get tired of that shit, and especially nowadays, girls, they don't fucking put up with that shit, man. They'll fucking send you fucking out your way, but yeah, so I understood that, in a way, and I didn't help the situation because, like I said, I just, when you're bored, when you don't have no guidance, when you don't have somebody that's giving you a rite of passage, you start fucking just going down the wrong path, or you end up finding friends that are in the wrong path, and you just run with it, and that's what happened with me. Like I said, once so she couldn't get me busted because I hadn't done nothing yet, even though I was slanging. Even though, I was always kind of like, yeah, I drank because, when I was going, around with the homies of my age, where, I was drinking, but never really to be like stupid like that. Just to drink to fucking fit in pretty much, because like I said, my older homie, he was mentoring me and lacing me to not do that shit. They're like, hey, don't get fucking high on your own supply, that type of shit. Don't fucking drink. Look at these fuckers, how they act when they drink. Stupid, So he was guiding me in that manner. But so his way of, telling me to stay busy, he'll be like, hey, man, go join Morgan Park. Because he always hit me with my other homie. He's like, and go box. I need you guys to fucking learn that skill so you could knock motherfuckers out, That was that type of fucking, advice he would give, but always like, hey man, stay away from this shit, this shit, it's no good, but yeah, we were doing it, we were fucking just don't get high on your own supply, just go fucking get, just make that money, and that's when I kind of, I seen a lot through there, that a lot of people were just, they got hooked on that shit, so that was not good on my part, but I didn't know no better, and like I said, he was just mentoring me and lacing me up in a way of maybe being his right-hand man at a certain point, or like a son that he never had. And you know how we are with our sons. We're going to tell them and lace them up on all the game we know, because that's what I do with my sons now. But obviously more positive and more constructive in how to better themselves. So all the mistakes that we did, damn sure they're not going to do it. But so in this situation, after a while, it caught up to him, there's a lot of hate, a lot of envy, even though he had a power, there's always that fucking backstabber, coward motherfucker that is going to fucking try to take you out. And that's what happened. They got my boy and they poisoned him, and they set him up, it was a fucking hyena that did it, from what I know is, they fucking gave him a hot rail and it was rat poison, so they took him out like that, in a scandalous manner. But after that, it was even, that's when now I had no fucking guidance, but I was still known to be under his wing, which, I was still fucking getting, I was slanging Yeska, so I was still fucking pushing that shit out there. And, then, when the chronic hit over here, remember in the 90s, in the late 90s, mid 90s, the chronic started popping up, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then I was going into high school because I was slanging through 7th and 8th grade, all the nickel and dime bullshit, party crews were popping and fucking quebradita shit was popping and everybody was like, fuck yeah, making that money. And so once I went high school, I was like, oh yeah, this is money maker right here, so I graduated and I was like, oh yeah, check out this one hitter quitter, the chronic. And I would go, fuck, that's just badass. That's just some fucking weird ass fucking Yeska.
No more dirt weed.
No more dirt weed. I was like, this motherfucker, I go, one fucking gram, $20. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Yeah, man, it's a one hitter quitter. So my boys are like, yeah, I'll front you. And I go, well, how much is it? You know, it's all like, well, what do you say? Half a P, it was about 5,000, something like that, you know? And
at the time, man.
Yeah, at the time. So I was like, damn, okay, well, fuck, man. I think I could fucking push it. I know a lot of people, and then fucking $20, somebody have to fucking collect $20. Plus, I'm going to high school. Everybody has more money there. So, but I didn't last that long at high school because my stash was my brother's room, you know? So I stashed a fucking half a pound on his fucking hamper with the dirty clothes. My mom washed the clothes. She found my fucking stash. She went and fucking raided my room where she found pipes. She found fucking just all kinds of shit there, you know, scales. So she went to the probation officer. Now could you put them away? Like, I found this. And he was like, oh yeah, now we could do something about it because now we got a case, you know? So I didn't know this though, you know? I didn't know that she had found all that shit. They should, since I was already in probation, that was already like, okay, well, he's going to court anyways. He was already, I was already fucking trying to get away from this fight that I had got caught in school, you know, and they already knew about it. So it was going to catch up to me. You know, there was a lot of fucking bullshit that happened that day, but I just left. And so the following day when I went back, you know, they were already there waiting for me, you know. So I only lasted in high school 3 months, you know. And once I got picked up, I thought I didn't even know. I was like, what the fuck am I getting busted for? You know, fuck no, they took me to fucking juvie LP. And I was still like wondering what the fuck had happened till I was there for a month till my court day. And then when I went to court, I was in the fucking, in the holding tank with this fucking, the homie Porky from Pomona, Happy Town. Happy Town, Pomona. And then he was like, oh, you're going to get out. You're going to slap you. You didn't do nothing, you know, because I didn't know nothing. But nah, fuck no. They stretched me pretty much 16 months, topped me off what they could give me there for a first time. So I was like, this fucking guy lied to me, man. Because when I came back, I was already, you know, they sentenced me there. My mom was there. And she was just there mean, always mean mugging, you know. My mom, she has the face, you know, like me, you know, always looking in a bad mood or pissed off, you know. She was right there. She didn't break no tears. She was just like, kind of like, oh yes, fucking now put the, you know, finally get this guy out of my fucking way, you know. And yeah, after that, once I got busted, you know, I fucking been through all the fucking, you could say camps and whatever they have all in Southern California, fucking bouncing around here and there. And then when I got out, I couldn't go back to high school, you know, so I was done. And then I only lasted about a month, and I got busted again, you know. So it was just throughout my high school years, I fucking missed everything, in which, you know, I was looking forward to it, because to me, school was like a getaway for me. School was like a time where I always used to go have fun and talk to a lot of people. It wasn't like my pad. I used to hate going on my pad. It was boring. There was nothing to do. So me, I was the one that a perfect attendant, motherfucker, you know, because I was always there. Till later on, once the ditching and all that shit started happening, once you get older, you're like, oh, fuck, what? Party here, party there? Okay, well, fuck. Dress like you go to school and then you just fucking went your ways. But like I said, throughout my high school years, I never attended, you know, I never experienced that, you know. I remember, and I still wanted to play sports, you know, so I tried out for the football team for Sierra Vista, and I made it. The fucking coach told me, "Wow, you're a good running back, and but your grades ain't good, you know." Like I went through Hell Week, and he was like, "Fuck yeah," and I was pumped up, you know, because there, if you're good, you know, you're good. You're probably, you know, I had money to fucking buy my own shit, whatever they needed there, and well, that didn't happen because my grades, you know, I had to bring them up to par, and that didn't happen. And then I got busted, so that shit went out the window. I remember I still have the jersey. I kept it. But like I said, you know, it was just, I was like pissed, man, like pissed and just, I was just like, you know, in that point of my life, I was like kind of like getting sick of all this shit, you know, because like I said, I picked up a lot of bad habits, drinking, the smoking, the, you know, back then, you know, fucking with fucking crack, that shit came into play, you know. So I was glad that I got crack too, because that cleaned me up for a while, because I was doing fucking meth, you know. But I wasn't, a lot of people that started when I started, fuck, man, they fucking became lunatics, Later on, that shit took over and shit. And I was glad that kind of, so all that shit, like, that happened to me, I always see it as a fucking something that made me stronger. I took it as that, where a lot of people see it as they're victimized. They play the victim because of all that they went through, all that shit that happened to them. The mom wasn't there for them. The mom fucking treated them wrong, or they, their stepdad was an ass, or whatever it may be, so they carry that in that's their excuse for not to better themselves, But me, it was kind of like I always wanted things. I think that's what it was. I always wanted shit, I wanted to, cars. I wanted, to have a wife or, a girlfriend or whatever it may be. But I didn't have that because I was busted throughout my high school year, which is 4 years, and till 96 was the last time that I was property out of the state, out of YA. So it's all my juvenile hall fucking years that that I could have had at school and that I missed out. It's just that pissed me off even more, because like I said, I loved school, not for the learning, but just because I just like the movement, make the money and just be around socializing, be around friends, something that I didn't have over here, so. And that's pretty much where once I got out this last time, because I didn't learn my lesson after the first time I went for 16 months, taught me off. And I think I did a little bit more because I got in trouble in there too. I was already fucking stretching my time. So they kind of kicked me out, after a while, they just let you go. You've been there too long, but I didn't learn my lesson, man. I fucking did it again. I fucked up. I came out, they pumped me up. The homeboys were there at my pad the fucking following day. And I knew because I still owe that fucking money too. So I still owe that fucking feria. I was like, how the fuck do they know I'm out? How the fuck they went through? I was having dinner all happily with my mom. Glad to see me. We fucking homemade meal that she makes. She's a good cook. And, I hear somebody bumping and shit, and I look out the window, the homie and shit. I was like, how the fuck does he know I'm out, And, he came in with, I came out there and I said, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, what's up? How's it going? This and that, all fucking good and dandy and shit. And, real smooth, But, I already knew, I owe fucking G's and shit. So, after fucking that long, they were waiting for me, but I cleared that shit out. But I went out there, party with them, and sure enough, man, I didn't last that long, and it got cracked again because I was still in probation or whatever you want to call it. I was still under supervision, and it's once again, you're I go back again. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just said I wasn't gonna do this no more. I'm tired of this shit. I like, fuck, man, I wanted to fucking. Have a girlfriend. I wanted to fucking go out, go fucking cruise, I had a fucking car, and I never fucking used it because I was able to buy a car. I was one of the fucking, I had a car when I was in 8th grade, I had bought a car, and it's like, it got impounded, but it was like, my mom was proud. I remember she was proud of that, but she was like, okay, well, you don't even have a license. Like, who the fuck did you get a car from, But I found my ways, and I wasn't, I wanted to live a certain lifestyle, but then still be over here doing this shit. And I knew after a while that shit doesn't work that way. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So I had to straighten up, and after, like I said, this last time, I said, that's it, man. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And I was just tired of myself.